Hey Lions, it's Adam here. Today, we're going to be talking about TMTG, otherwise known as Lisa Simpson, Ivanka Trump, Sailor Moon 2028 Inu, which is an ERC20 meme coin with future predictions of the next presidency in mind. So if that sounds interesting and you want to do a deep dive alongside us, definitely tune in till the very end. So in today's video, we're going to be doing a breakdown of TMTG's place in the market, its tokenomics, how safe is this token, and what potential this has. So if you're excited to learn more and like this sponsored video so far, make sure to hit the thumbs up button. And as always, this is not financial advice. Always do your own research. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and jump right in. First of all, we want to understand where would you be able to buy this token. As you can see right here, we are doing this review early in the process of this. In fact, before the pre-sale even goes live, this of course is on pinksale.finance directly. As of recording, pre-sale starts in about 10 hours and 6 minutes as of recording. We have a hard cap here of 120 ETH, a little bit on the higher side, soft cap of 30 ETH, and an initial market cap estimate, of course, before money goes in, of 331. Now, of course, that's weighted dependent upon the tokenomics. We'll talk about that as well. That's actually where I'm going to start. I think it's important, especially with these tokens that don't necessarily have badges, at least as of recording, could always add them later. I always start with the tokenomics and go from there. I actually really like the lore on this one, so I'm saving that for the second half, but let's go into the safety first. So we talked about the tokenomics being quite important. Let's first talk about total supply. We can see here we're at 20.2 billion TMTG tokens. That breaks down, we can see here, to 54% allocated for pre-sale, 30.78% allocated for liquidity, 5.22 for centralized exchanges, and then 10% for unlock. Now, here's the thing. I am totally fine with lock tokens as long as they have a purpose and if it's reasonable. We can see here for the centralized exchange tokens of 5.22%, unlocking on the 15th, does that make sense for investors considering there's already going to be 10% unlocked of total supply? Well, let's go up a little bit and let's check. Given that the pre-sale is going to end on the 15th, that means at the bare minimum, tokens are going to be unlocking on launch day. Again, not ideal. Personally, in my view, again, use your own decision on that, but that means that 15.22% of total supply is going to be unlocking on launch day. Now, again, I still have seen teams absolutely send tokens that have a larger unlocked total supply, but it has to be for a reason. Are you using it for influencers? Are you using it for strategic giveaways? What is going on? It is so important, especially in rocky markets. So just keep that in mind. That's why I wanted to start there. Liquidity percentage looks very healthy, 60%. Liquidity lockup time is quite interesting. Instead of the standard year, 365, they went with 300. Perhaps that has something to do with the lore and mystery of the token. Maybe the team will let you know about that, but 300 days is still very good. Now, again, I did make a little mention on the soft cap and hard cap. The hard cap is a little high on this. 120 ETH is quite a bit, especially given the market. I would like to see the soft cap a little bit lower, but again, if the team is doing some solid marketing on this one, it can still fill quite quickly, but it is going to take a little bit more work. Also, while we're here, this does not have any badges. So no, what we're sometimes used to, where you see an audit, KYC, maybe even a SAFU badge, meaning that a Pinksale developer developed the contract. You don't see that. They are making the promise of a renounced contract on launch, no taxes, no BS. Love to see that, no BS. And then also some marketing promises as well, as such as Dextools, AvidX trending, and otherwise. Now, that's great. But again, I'm someone, I like to see the proof. I know a lot of investors, especially in the market cycles we're in right now, are like that as well. I do like to see that there was a flash audit done by SecureWise, which did do a very quick audit. Again, this wasn't an official audit, just a quick audit that automatically generates, basically showing that the owner cannot mint tokens. There's no issues with max transaction amounts, no blacklist ability, no ability to trade pausing. Again, I take this with a grain of salt. It's a nice grain of salt, but it's not a guarantee that those are not the case because it's not a full audit. It is a flash audit that's automatically generated when new pre-sales go online. So with that out of the way, now I wanted to get into the part that you might be really excited about is what about the lore? Let's talk about its place in the market. So Lisa Simpson, Ivanka Trump. Now, already this is something that personally, and I think a lot of people have never heard of before, as far as this type of name coin with all of these different names put together. We've seen these type of tokens do extremely well in the past, especially if there's a story being told. I would say there is a story being told here. In fact, if you look at the little video here, I really like this. This is taken from a snip of Treehouse of Horror from 2016. You'll notice Homer here soon is about to open his chest, and you'll see a badge for Ivanka 2028. Why that's significant is because The Simpsons is known for predicting the future in certain regards. There's actually been an astounding amount of times that it's predicted the future in one way or another, directly or indirectly, such as the recent unfortunate submarine accident that happened, to the presidential election of Trump, to so many other things. The fact that this was predicted back in 2016 and is not slated to happen, for quite a few years now, is some potential lore that could be built off of, right? We don't know if this is going to happen or not happen. Why not create a token around it? Love that they seized the moment and jumped on this as a lore pull for story. Again, the about section is just kind of tying in the whole story, having you understand what I kind of just mentioned. Now, just a few mentions here. This looks like it is a little bit out of date when it comes to the tokenomics. It doesn't quite match what is on chain pulled through Pinksale because there's no mention of the 3% vote to earn, although I would like to learn more about that vote to earn. Does that mean we're talking about some sort of DAO mechanism here, voting for the next, meme president? I don't know. That's for the project to decide, but I'd love to learn more on that. I think that could be quite interesting. Now, also you can see the team here is anonymous, but quite hilarious how they displayed the names with Sailor Moon, Lisa Simpson, and Ivanka Trump, of course, their names being part of the token. Love that they also put that for the team members. And then a roadmap, something interesting here as well. You can see, of course, because this is a token predicting that Ivanka is going to be the next president in 2028 specifically. Well, item number 7 after 9,000 holder count gets achieved is secret information about Biden. What does that mean? Is that something about the laptop scandal? Is it otherwise? I guess we need to find out. So suffice to say, the lore is pretty dang solid on this one. I do wish there was a little bit more meat on the bone per se when it comes to security. I'm really big on security. Lions Calls is the same way, of course. We kind of pride ourselves in that. So my expectation of the team is, if it's not here, do your best to support it in chat, right? Post in a pinned message explaining, hey, there wasn't an audit, but we're planning to be renounced, or maybe renounce early if it's possible. Whatever you can do to ensure that aspect of the token, in my opinion, is one of the best things you can do. But again, the narrative is rock solid. Absolutely love it. It makes sense. We know the crypto space is full of folks who are huge Trump supporters and by, proxy Ivanka supporters for the most part. So it just kind of makes sense as a token. Very interested to see how this one does, guys. Again, by the time this is published, it should just be maybe an hour to go on pre-sale. You do still have your time to join their TG, check out their Twitter. It is a newer, community. So you're going to be joined by a few hundred different people. That just gives you more intimacy, you could say, to reach out to the team, talk to them, ask them those questions, and make your own decision. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, definitely drop a comment down below. We're really ramping up these review videos. People are absolutely loving them, especially after the recent calls that we did on Ethereum and others. We're doing some really, really good calls here at Lion Calls. So if you're appreciating it, drop a comment down below, give it a like as well, and definitely tune in for the next one. But until then, guys, we will see you then. Bye-bye.